What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. It's the fall. The football's on. Hope your team is winning, not coughing it up. And it feels very nice to be back with you all today. We can just chill. We can let our hair down. No interview today. No one telling us the platform is doomed. Although I did love that interview, I must say. We have to be open to hearing all perspectives, not just the Bulls, also the Bears. And I was really happy to have someone like Joey Bats, who has made some really impressive threads in the past. So I see some people in the chat. Alexo's here, and Tony Kornheiser from PTI appears to be here. And we got Weisberg and Budavane and Mr. Perfect Cereal and a few others. Jim, Tandy, and Laundry. I like that. Thank you, Perfect Cereal. And one of one cards need The Economist. I agree. After someone like Joey Bats, it would be wonderful to have the privilege of having The Economist on. I've never seen The Economist in person, but he does exist. I've heard that he looks like Thor with long flowing hair, and people who were there in Vegas had some interesting conversations. I mean, that's what Weisberg told us, right? He said it was very interesting and what else did Weisberg tell me? It was cool and interesting and cool. Alexo's throwing in some emojis that I can't see. It looks like it's a cat in a box. And Budavane is back to pumping our own bags. Yes, this week we will pump our own bags. Weisberg says The Economist won't do media. But Weisberg, what I will say is, did you tell me that The Economist said that not all the tweets were his own? Wasn't it like when you go to the airplane, when you go to the airport, and they ask you, did you pack your own bags? In this case, The Economist, did you write your own tweets? And The Economist would say, no, I left my laptop out on the corner of the road and someone wrote those tweets for me. I believe that's what's going on in this case. But anyone, so if it's that economist or if it's one of the other economists, who is the real slim, shady economist, it would be cool to have them on the show. No comment from Weisberg. He doesn't want to get himself in trouble. Anyhow, this is a safe space. We're not trying to get anybody in trouble. But we're here today, dearly beloved, and we are going to discuss a few topics. First of all, we had our Run It Back packs over the last week, didn't we? And I don't know how you guys felt, but when I first saw those Run It Back packs, I wasn't super impressed with the archive. Nothing against those players that are all historical greats in their own right, but it just didn't get me very excited. I wasn't so sure if that would be a positive return on your pack, let's say, based on what the existing archive moments are going for, because I'm out there buying a few archive moments for $2, $3, and so I I wasn't sure that they would be worth a whole lot more. I think due to the challenge utility, they are settling. They're all basically around $5 or $6, all of them. Alexo is telling us that Economist is fearless leader, and Poker Pro is saying the person who wrote the bad trading decisions tweet was not the Economist. Ooh, the plot thickens. Was it Ime Adoka? So anyhow, the archive packs didn't really interest me that much for that reason, so I didn't go into those packs. The rare packs also didn't really interest me all that much, and the legendary ones just felt expensive. But in hindsight, those have actually held up pretty decently. So I thought we would have a little sharing and showing and telling, and we could take a quick look at what those moments are going for. So the top are the legendary moments. There were 5 of them, and we see that those are all doing pretty decently. The lowest priced one is Kevin McHale. So I think if you hit the Kevin McHale, you would still be plus on what you spent on the pack, though, because Kevin McHale at 959, you'd also have a run it back, which is somewhere in the area of like $100 or so. So you would still be profiting. And of course, people were hoping to hit gold with that Magic Johnson moment. We also saw that Magic Johnson said that he would buy his moment, and then he ended up buying it for, I think, $12,000. And that was cool to see. That reminded me a little bit of what we talked about a couple weeks ago, which was NFL players buying their own moments. We need more of that, I would say. We need more of NBA players, NBA greats, whomever, to be more active in the marketplace and talking about it and interacting with people on Twitter about it. But anyhow, we have our moments up here, these top 5. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon is the most expensive moment there. And on the other side, Magic Johnson is the most expensive rare moment at 315. We saw also Patrick Ewing has gone quite a bit. I think it was as low as 150 at some point, but now it's at 270. So these run it back moments have gained in value. And there was also a tweet by the account. Where did I lose it already? Something or other. Let me find it. It's moment something or other. Let me find it for you guys. 1 second. Moment watch. That's it. So let me find that tweet and I'll show you. He calculated what your return was on these different packs, and it was pretty decent, as I said. So here it is, moment watch, and he actually updated this. It's actually even higher. So this is what you could expect if you nailed the Run It Back Legacy pack. That was the value after buying it at 999. It was 1830. After buying the Run It Back at 119 was 144. And the archive was a slight loss after buying at 19 was 16. So this is the thinking that a lot of people do when they start to think about, do I buy this pack? Should I grind out a little bit of profit on this pack? And I have some opinions on that, which I want to share in a second here. Let's quickly look at what Poker Pro Eric is saying. The butt punt moment is coming. Tell me, guys, you saw that. So yeah, I did not see the butt punt. For those of you who are watching the NFL games right now, I can't be better than the butt fumble, though. Let's be serious. And I'm hoping that it was in the New York Jets game, because that would be wonderful. But anyhow, my point with edging out these little profits on, let's say, the rare pack, you make a few bucks. On the archive pack, maybe not so much. On the legendary, you make a couple $100, whatever the case may be. I think the point is, though, is that whenever we have these new packs where we can grind out a little profit, the question becomes, what is the effect on the market? And I think this is something that Joey Bats was talking about. So shifting out of the pumping our own bags for just a second, I wanted to just take a look at something real quick. So if we look at the market overview for Top Shot, shield your eyes, although it is positive in the last day, it came a little, it jumped up a tiny bit there. But yeah, the trend has been down. Granted, not just Top Shot, and I'll show you that in a second, but the packs were around here, I believe. So we saw a little jump up, which is what you would expect from the packs, right? But then we continued downward trend, and then 23rd, I believe, were the legendaries, a little jump up, and then another drop down once again. And my point on that is that while you are grinding these little profits, it can still be affecting everything else that you own negatively. And I think that's the point that Joey Bats was trying to make, was that the more supply that gets released, the more that it hurts your bags. And so that's not a great thing. As much as we love to see really cool new moments, as much as we love to see Hall of Famers to have their grail moments on Top Shot, and as much as it also appears that they are being more cognizant of supply in certain terms, like when we saw a blog recently written by Austin and gang, and they were talking about the different categories: the archive, the rares, the legendaries, the vintage vibes, the fandom, and how they all fit into each historical set. And they're trying to be very purposeful about it, let's say. And that's a good sign, and that's good moving forward. But I think we're still in that situation that we've been in for quite a while, where because the cart is so in front of the horse in terms of supply, um, whenever there is more supply released, it's going to hurt everything else that we're holding. And so we need to somehow get into a position where releasing new supply doesn't chop our bags as it has been doing, because I think also just because people probably don't want to keep injecting more and more cash. So they end up selling, and we start losing that 5% off all the transactions, which is another point that Joey was making last week. So Poker Pro says, so does that mean no more moments? I'm not saying that it means no more moments, but I think I am saying that we need to become more burning. We need to use more burning on this platform, and burning to kind of an extreme level. And that's another thing, by the way, that Joey touched on, which was that when we talk about net neutral, right? Um, right now, are we talking about net neutral in terms of moment for moment? Because that also doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Because the way I was thinking about this as well is that, like, where we are right now is not in a spot that's so great for our holdings. Right now, it feels like there's too much supply on the platform. So if we are just staying where we are right now, but we're adding new cool moments, I'd say we're still not in the spot that we want to be in. Somehow, through burning, through some kind of situation where, let's say, you can burn for maybe you can purchase other things off the platform, or swag, or raffle tickets to try to get tickets to games or something. Maybe that doesn't have to do with moments. We need some way to take tons and tons of moments off this platform, because there was another graphic by Moment Watch where it showed how many total moments there are on the platform. And there's something like 31 million moments or something of that nature. And so, with an active user base in the thousands, 31 million moments, or whatever that number was, is a lot. So, we need some way to take a lot of this supply off the platform. And that way we can add new moments and not feel like we are further saturating what's on the platform. So Alexo has to say something here. He says these grails need to attract more people, so we stop wash trading with each others. Well, that's like the when marketing thing, right? Um, we know that there's going to be 30 to 60 million dollars in marketing spend, and we are praying and hoping that that does attract a lot of new collectors that ideally from the physical card world, that are willing to spend millions of dollars on a Mickey Mantle or on a Aaron Judge or whatever the case may be, can get excited for NBA Top Shot moments. So Poker Pro saying, why do new people want to come if you have all the grail moments? New people can't get them. Well, Poker Pro, I think some of these grail moments are newer moments, and also if they're willing to spend, they can get the older grail moments, right? Alex says the S4 plans are brainwash everyone to lock. Well, we will see soon what the rewards are for locking, and ideally those rewards are good enough that people want to continue locking. Poker Pro Eric says that Magic Johnson needed 1 million Top Shot score. There's 39 million moments currently. We need to cut that 25%, and I will feel better. Tandy NFTs, it's the birthday, Tandy. How are we all doing? So, yeah, thank you, by the way, for those of you who shared the Twitter love on my birthday. I did appreciate that. One of one card says, let Dapper buy back anything at $1. So are you saying that we unload our trade tickets that are currently in the $2 to $3 range for $1? That doesn't seem like it's advantageous to the user base, but I would like an idea. I do like the idea of being able to give our stuff back and getting paid for it somehow. So Perfect Cereal says not just the current supply either. We need to see restraint on new sets and new unique moments as well. That's another thing that I would agree with. And I saw someone else talking about this, which was that with these archive moments, so you had to create all these moments to fill up the packs for the rares and the legendaries and whatnot. But again, it's just a lot of moments. It's a lot of players. It's just making the marketplace even more filled with new moments. It just feels like it might be too much. And so I definitely do agree with that sentiment. And I also would say that when we saw the Magic Anthology thing, I actually really liked that. And I wish we could see more of that, where it's more of an event around like one player and you rip a pack and you get one moment. I mean, that's special. That felt special. That felt different. That didn't feel like it was just a bunch of packs being unloaded onto the community. We also saw the community was ripping multiple packs. I think I saw on Twitter people were buying 7, 8 packs. I think actually Jeb shared his screenshot that he had bought 7 archive packs. I think this is unnecessary. And I think this is an obvious indicator that there's more supply than there are users that want that supply. We need to get to a place where it's hard to get a pack and not just the rare or legendary stuff. And if it's going to be everything is super available, if it's on the archive common end, then let people get 1 or 2 packs max, and then the rest of the packs are held for later. Those are the giveaway packs. Those are the packs that are held behind for new users who can't buy that pack in the future, and now they can. That's, to me, that is like a happy medium. Okay, let's see what else we're seeing here. One of one card says they keep telling us that the new user onboarding experience is bad. Why are we spending 30 million on marketing before that's fixed? So it deserves to be said that that is getting fixed like every day. We're seeing the platform improved. We're seeing now also that there was news, and I'll share that tweet real quick as well. I believe it was this one, which is talking about Apple is going to allow NFTs to be sold on apps via the App Store. So that does seem like a nice indicator for the mobile app for NBA Top Shot. I do very much hope and expect that this will be a catalyst for exactly what we are hoping for, which is that people to get easier onboarding, to use their mobile apps, to use their mobile phones, and to get the experience of NBA Top Shot a lot quicker, a lot easier. It's also something that I've said in the past that as it stands now, it's still a little bit confusing if you were to onboard a new user. It just feels like there's too much stuff that you have to learn. And I think actually one of the easiest things to understand is the captain's program, is just joining a group of like-minded collectors that also love the same basketball team. And now that the S3 packs, the S3 sets are not very expensive, if you could somehow package those up and have a way that a new user could put down 30 or 40 or 50 bucks or whatever the case may be and get instant access. Ideally not on Discord. Unfortunately, Discord is where this works, but I think Discord is not the answer for the future. But like if I could onboard a new person right now, that's what I would do. I would say buy your S3 team and enter the Discord and go get involved and have chances to win free things and go to games and all this and have a community. That to me makes the most sense. So when they can make that easier, almost like signing up for a t-shirt when you sign up for a credit card. I don't know if you guys used to do that. I definitely did. I definitely signed up for a fair amount of credit cards that I never wanted to use, all so that I could get a hat or a jacket or a t-shirt or whatever the case may be. That's kind of what it should be like, I think. So let's see what else we got here. Weisberg is saying part of the issue here is we don't have a roadmap yet. I'm shocked that they did a run it back before releasing a roadmap. I know that some others also felt that way. Perfect Cereal says S4 already has 15 sets and it's September. Weisberg is not happy about Larry Bird. I would agree here. It does pain me a little bit that Larry Bird didn't get the anthology treatment. I mean, if Magic Johnson can get the anthology treatment, why can't Larry Bird? There's obviously a reason, but that definitely made me sad. Like Larry Bird deserves that. I know Zakarian thinks that Larry Bird like isn't interested, but he deserved that. Poker Pro says, when I said you have all the Grail moments, I meant that to Alexo and, of course, others like Greek Freak, MBL, Andy. Well, I mean, that is true, Poker Pro. They do have all those S1 moments, but that's just the nature of how this platform was created. It's why a platform like NFL All Day, people will say that it started in a better place because it didn't just have a small amount of people that were interested in gambling on this stuff. It had a much bigger, broader user base. But it is what it is, and we have to move forward and try to find the best way forward with that. Alex is telling us that Magic Johnson already has 6 moments. Poker Pro is telling us that Magic hasn't played in 30 years, but he did play in Hawaii the other day, didn't he? Alexa wants more packs. And so let's see here. What else we got here? Pack Drip wants Trump back on. This guy's whack. I know. Trump is way more fun. All right. If you guys want some Trumpy, maybe we can bring him on later. Can Tandy Trump cut supply just by thinking about it? Probably not. Probably not. Community. All right, let's bring in. I've been spieling for a while. So, by the way, there's an important thing, important video we need to watch, which that yesterday, I think, was the anniversary of the Kawhi laugh. So we definitely need to sprinkle that laugh in because that is probably my favorite video ever created. But you guys are a wonderful community, so you do deserve that. Here we go.
We love the community.
So Alexo is right here, which he's saying like it's still a small user base, which is true. I know that Alexo is a big time bull, and he believes that when the real money comes in, this small user base will be like nothing. When the millionaires come and want to play around, then this current situation, it'll be considered very early and very small, and the people with the big bucks will make their own big purchases and et cetera, et cetera. But we're not in that place yet. Can we get there? I don't see why not. I mean, if physical cards can get there, I don't see why we can't. I don't know. Poker Pro thinks Top Shot Kingdom and Portland RPC make up half of Top Shot in the States. Probably not, but I will say that they are the more active communities and they're doing great stuff. And I think that's where we want this to go. Now, another thing to talk about when we are spotlighting what's going on in the community was something that was really cool that happened recently was that in Orlando, they totally refurbished a basketball court. And so I don't know if you saw this yet, but we'll make that big. And in Orlando, so they had an old basketball court in like an inner city area. It's falling apart. And Top Shot basically connected with like a nonprofit organization. They put up the funds. They refurbished a basketball court. They had like a kids' day there on that day. And Franz Wagner and who's the other guy? Another like historical player, Bo something or other, Bo Outlaw. They both showed up and they played against the players, against the kids, I should say, and they had the Orlando Magic pins and pinstripes. Some of those people from that community also showed up. So it was really amazing, actually. If we watch this video real quick.
What's up, guys? This is
I don't know if
Franz
you
here.
can hear it or not.
At the refurbishment court, the NBA
But if you can't hear it, Franz Wagner's talking, and we're looking at the court.
You can check it out soon.
So this is a huge project for the city.
And that's the mayor, who apparently was apparently was a pro wrestler. Never knew that. But anyway, this is the court. That little SSS is like the logo of the nonprofit that they work together with. And we see that it's got like the Candyland board pattern on there. And the kids came out and they played with Franz Wagner and they had music, and you got the drone shot there of the Candyland. So that looks like a lot of fun, honestly. To even just play on that court and have to shoot from the different colors, that would be a ton of fun. It's very cool that Top Shot is doing this kind of thing. And I was able to chat a little bit with Packrip in like the content creators Discord to find out a little bit more about it. And there's a lot of back work that was involved to make this happen. They want to do more of this. They want to do more courts. I know that the Nine Lives Lounge is the next court that they will be collaborating to create something nice with. And I think the vision is just to do a lot of this and to be able to put on events like all throughout the country with these courts that are sponsored by NBA Top Shot. And I think that's very cool. And I think it also it it links this idea that some people are asking for, which is more of a culture fit, a culture match with NBA Top Shot. I know that some people sometimes talk about that, how they want to see more of that. And I think that this undertaking definitely checks those boxes off. So kudos to the team that did that. It looked very cool. I can't imagine how cool that must be to play with some of these NBA players. That's definitely would have been my childhood dream. But anyhow, let's see what else. Alexa saying it's a net, not SSS. No, Alexa, I think it's actually both. Poker Pro, did I see Jane at the Oakland A's game? I did see Jane at the Oakland A's game. I saw that scary looking woman smiling with the fluorescent t-shirt on, and that was supposed to be viral marketing for some kind of horror movie called Smile. And yeah, did it work? I don't know. Are you guys going to go see the movie? So let's see. Perfect Serial saying that Magic are going to be heavy rotation. I think Wagner's going to have a really good year, honestly. And Packtrip is saying it's one of the best things that Top Shot has ever done. It's big words from Packtrip. I mean, it's hard to disagree with that. It does really align culturally. Tandy NFT is saying Top Shot needs to lean more into the collectibles experiences side and stay away from the gamble crowd. You know, that's going to be a hard thing to do because every pack that gets released is basically the gamble crowd. Anyone who is ripping these packs is trying to gamble to get something beautiful. These archive packs, people were talking about ripping to try to get one of those Magic Johnson out of 32 legendaries. You know what your chances to rip one of those was? It was like 0.001%, but people were max paxing to try to get one of those things, which is crazy. So it's hard to say that we don't have gamblers on this platform because we very much do, and I don't know how to move away from that. Let's see. So Poker Pro says viral horror movie. So a documentary about NBA Top Shot. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, hey, it brought us all together, did it not? Are we not all hanging out here, just enjoying our Sunday together? That's not very scary, is it? That's lovely. So anyhow, I told you about the market cap of Top Shot. The other thing that I wanted to share as well, though, just to give the full idea of what's going on, is the market cap of All Day, because All Day as well is on a similar trajectory downward. So whatever the reasoning is for that, it's just worth showing that this is not just a only Top Shot situation. So All Day is also slouching a bit in the marketplace. Let's see. Sorry, the market cap. And UFC, if I could load that. Hold on. Overview, is that what I want? Market cap. So UFC, same story. All right. So I'm not sure what that's about, if that's a macro thing or what it is, but it's showing you that people are de-risking a bit off all of the platforms, off UFC, off Top Shot, off All Day. So we can't just pit them against each other and say that, oh, well, this is because All Day is doing great, and that's why Top Shot is trending downward. It's actually not true. Alexo just loves collecting everything. He's saying more packs fixes everything. Alexo owns one of every item on the platform, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So kind of makes sense that he likes packs. One of one is saying, do we need to go full loot pack for Series 4? Is that the only way to sell out packs for Hustle and Show? You know, it's definitely a lever that they pull because they see that people like it. But here is the rub. Something that Joey Bats said recently about burning is that it can't be burning $50 in value for $50 in value, and it can't be burning $50 in value for $100 in value, because that needs an equal amount or more of cash injecting constantly into the marketplace or into the market cap to sustain. So that is one idea actually where I think loot packs serve a good purpose, because if you put down $20 into a loot pack or more, and on average you're getting back less than that, but once in a while you might hit, like the S1 packs. In a sense, the S1 packs are kind of even like loot packs, right? Or the previous way they worked. And now even more so. You're getting trade tickets 99% of the time, and you're getting a random S1 moment 1% of the time, or whatever that percentage is, right? But the idea is that on average, you're burning more than you're making back in terms of value, in terms of cash. And that's why they do need to lean into loot packs in a way. They need to let us use the millions of moments that we are all holding that really don't have much of a purpose on the website, on the platform. Let us get rid of those moments to try to take a swing at loot packs. And on average, people will lose. But once in a while, people will hit. Not only does that get you to where you want to be in terms of burning, getting rid of supply, it also makes more of a spectacle for when people hit. So Tandy NFT is saying, your example there is about pack buying by the dum-dums. As packs continue to be paid by gamble dum-dums, watch your bags go down. Okay, that grammar hurt my head just a little bit there, Tandy NFTs, but I see what you're saying. And that is the scenario right now. As more and more people buy more and more packs, the existing moments that you're holding are going down in value, and that is a problem. Weisberg says they're not going to go full loot pack. I agree that they won't because of the backlash that they got during the Durant stuff, right? By the way, it's been a little while. We need to inject one more Kawhi. All right, what else we got here? Poker Pro is only here so he doesn't get fined. Too many packs. All day floor is $8 when it should be $3, so it'll keep bleeding until it reaches $3. Not enough packs. Not enough packs. Alexa wants more packs. All that money is going to Flunks and Flovatar. When Ballers, Moon, Alexo for mayor of Top Shot. For what it's worth, it's funny to me that Joey Bats loves ripping Top Shot, but has an effing Ballers PFP. Noam, Mashalom Kha, Kol Beseder. Alexo's the mayor of Pyland, the El Dumbo rug. I'll let Alex like that one. Poker Pro saying that El Dumbo stole our Dapper. And, he stole your ETH, not your Dapper. And I'm not in that community whatsoever, so I can't say anything about it. If you all are in Pyland and you have strong opinions, you can go ahead and share them, but I do not. All right, so what else should we talk about? Let's see here. We talked about run it back drop. So basically, we went over this whole idea over and over again, which is that you might be able to grind out some profit on a rare pack or a few $100 on a legendary pack, but what does that mean for the existing moments you're holding? And that kind of goes back again. It's the callback to the conversation with Joey Bats. If you haven't watched the Joey Bats interview, you really should. But funny enough, what we didn't talk about with Joey Bats was he still holding Top Shot? Because when you talk to Joey Bats, you get the sense that this guy is very much over Top Shot. He can't stand Top Shot. He can't stand how this platform works. He's out 100%, right? No, not right. So not right. I talked to Joey after the fact. He is holding a bag. He's holding a sizable bag, like many of us. And I thought that was actually a little surprising, but I didn't ask him that on stream, unfortunately. Lloyd, hello. When trade ticket packs? When duo moments? I think they're supposed to come soon. When truckload of flow for the plebs? When those leaderboard prizes? I would imagine the next couple of weeks, honestly. I don't know about the truckload, but the leaderboard ones. When roadmap? I would also imagine in the next couple of weeks. When kiosks? I don't know. We got to bother Janie more about it. When moon? I don't know. We got to burn maybe 15 to 20 million moments off the platform, and maybe we'll get some mooning and combine that with some marketing. When MJ? I hope no time soon. I don't think the platform is ready for MJ. When Pluto? So you're talking like even farther than the moon. Didn't we find out that Pluto was not like a real planet or something like that? I feel like we found that out. When China? Uh-oh. Are you trying to conjure up Trumpy? You're asking about China? When China? I'll tell you something, Alex. China, you don't want China here. Because once China gets here, all your moments are going to be worth the same amount. Because they all like the communist moments on Chinese Top Shot. Every moment is worth exactly $8 and not $1 more. All right. Joey Bats can't sell. He has no choice but to hold. I think that's the case for many people who bought high. When next million? I don't know. Hopefully when we are marketing. Hopefully when we're on halftime on TNT. Perfect Cereal is saying burn heavy and make packs tough to get again. Make packs tough to get again? Are you trying to conjure up Trumpy again? I like the way you talk, Perfect Cereal. Could we maybe put that on a hat? One of One Cards is saying if they're not going to make archive locker packs guaranteed archive moment during archive season, what's the point of having them in the locker room? Sorry, I'm not really following on that one. LaMelo Ball 40K rookie floor right now is $7. Goes down whenever some new shiny pack goes on sale and simply doesn't recover as much each time. Yes, I mean, that is the argument that we started this show with, which is that as much as you can grind out little profits, it's hurting everything else that you're holding. When app? They said by December. They said by Christmas. I think my camera's looking a little funky. I'm gonna get off the camera where we can switch to Trump easily, and we're gonna go back to this one. All right. So Spork is saying, when am I gonna be tired of answering your questions? When LeBron tweets, when Klay Thompson on a boat, TV commercials. Yeah, you're right. We need that, don't we? Mexico is paying for the truckload. Yeah, Mexico is paying for the truckload. They're not bringing their best. They're not bringing their best Top Shot users. So anyhow, what else do we have to cover today? We talked about run it back drops. We talked about Kawhi. We could talk about Ime Udoka a little bit because I know everyone wants to talk about Ime Udoka, right? Alexo is a bad hombre. And Spork, when Tandy eat pizza? Tandy love pizza. Tandy love pizza very much. Tandy eat pizza probably once a week, if not more. Tandy like pizza very much, Spork. So Ime Udoka, should we talk about that for a second? Is there any like lighthearted? I mean, this is probably how Ime Udoka felt when he got caught on one of those Ring doorbells, because apparently that's how it happened. So Ime Udoka was at the house of a lady friend who worked in the Celtics organization. The lady friend's husband, who was a higher up in the Celtics organization, apparently, and I don't know if any of this is 100% true or this is just what I'm hearing through the grapevine, but apparently he checks on that Ring doorbell because he's expecting, his Amazon face cream. And what does he find out? He finds out that Ime Udoka is talking to his lady at their house. She. Poker Pro is wondering, should Ime Udoka be the new spokesman for NBA Top Shot? I mean, that would definitely create a little bit of a scandalous attention, wouldn't it? It's probably not what we're looking for, I gotta admit. It's kind of like you don't really know which horse to hook your wagon onto either half the time. You talk about you remember when Anthony Edwards made that tweet about locking in, and this was during the locking period, and every employee on Top Shot was retweeting it with big old eyeballs, and then the next day Anthony Edwards posts on Instagram some super homophobic comment, and then everyone on Twitter was like, she. So you just don't know. There's also all our silly Celtics fans. We think Ime Udoka is the next, great head coach, and he just pisses on his own leg and just destroys it now because he got horny. And Tandy NFTs is saying his wife is way more accomplished than him. What an embarrassment. Throwing a wrench in the Celtics season before it even starts. Yeah, the Celtics season for next year, after making it to the NBA Finals, this was supposed to be a strong upcoming season for the NBA, for the Celtics. And what do we see? Robert Williams with another knee surgery. Big men and knee surgery is not a good combination. I'll put it that way. And Robert Williams was one of the most important players on the Celtics. And he's probably not going to be the same. I'm crossing my fingers that he will be, but I'm a little worried. Massive guy with knee issues, not a good thing. And now with Ime Udoka, it's just we're going to have some guy, some like assistant coach there. I don't know who it's going to be. If it's going to be, maybe it'll even be Damon Stoudemire, Mighty Mouse. GB Australia. GB Australia, are you going to force me to open up that crappy Snap camera again? Because we can only ask this question in one way, GB Australia. Oi, mate. It's me, GB Australia. GM. On Gaia, buy, sell, TS for flow, and challenge thoughts. Sorry about that, GB Australia. I didn't mean to perform a cultural hate crime against you. But my thoughts about Gaia is the marketplace doesn't work. So my thoughts are, until they fix their marketplace, there's not a whole lot of buying and selling and doing challenges. I tried buying some moments on their marketplace the other day, and it did not work. When it does work, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing to be having challenges off the Top Shot platform. I'm not quite sure what is the value add there. I mean, it's good to be able to use your flow, I suppose. I mean, because once we get our truckloads of flow, we're going to want some utility for that flow in terms of being able to buy things and sell things for it. So I like that. But I think that the Top Shot marketplace is going to allow that as well. And one thing that the Gaia marketplace was supposed to offer was being able to bundle moments. And that actually, again, is a callback for what I was talking about earlier, which is if we want the new people joining this platform, they need to be able to buy the S3 pack in a bundle. And here's another point on that. The team captains have a bunch of money that they're using every month for different things. We see giveaways, we see poker tournaments, we see people drinking craft beers and eating wings and winning $1,000 moments. And, you know, that's great for those guys that at these events. But in my opinion, these captains with that budget should subsidize the bundle of S3 moments so that it's for an entire season, no matter what happens to the market. Maybe it costs $20, $25, and the rest of the money, if it goes over, is subsidized by the team captains. And that way, anyone can just buy in with a bundle and immediately get access to this cool group where you get to do cool stuff. That, to me, that is bridging the gap to making this all easier to understand and easier to onboard. That plus a nice mobile app experience, that is the way, if you ask me. So Poker Pro saying that lady's husband was expecting a package. Instead, Ime Udoka was giving his wife his package instead. Ba-doom. I think that deserves another Kawhi laugh. So let's see. Definitely Udoka pissing on his own leg. That's right, Tandy. Now they have some 30-something with no track record. Yeah, I'm not super optimistic about that, gotta say. Didn't Pat Riley come from team president to coach for the Heat? I think he did, but they asked Brad Stevens and he was not interested. Yeah, Brad Stevens said very clearly he's not interested. Either bring in Tandy or President Brad to coach. I'll coach. I'll coach from the computer here. Just Zoom call me in on one of those robots with the faces that like rolls around on the court. That would be fun. The team captains are rich and Mike Weisberg got rich. Isn't that nice? We like it when Mike Weisberg gets rich. Walking Tourist in 4K says bundles would be a great addition for any market. Like imagine buying and selling whole sets. Agreed, Walking Tourist. This is the idea. This is what I'm trying to push for. It makes a lot of sense. The captains have a lot of money. Why not do that? Why not subsidize it so it makes it easier for new people to jump right on? So one thing we didn't yet talk about, but first, why don't we just throw in another video there for you? Here's another Kawhi laugh. And we love the community.
We love the community.
And yeah, anyway. So yeah, let's talk about one other thing, which was the Dapper Sports Twitter Spaces. That's right. I said the Dapper Sports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm talking about Dapper Sports, not talking about just NBA Top Shot, not talking about NFL All Day, talking about Dapper Sports.
Would you please shut the hell up?
No, I won't shut the hell up. I will talk about the Dapper Sports Twitter Spaces, which featured the main man of the show, Roham.
Rohan.
Right? So we got to hear from Dave of All Day, the other dude whose name I can't remember of UFC, and Janie of NBA Top Shot. And Weisberg is telling us that Missoula is a legit head coach, and he nearly got the Utah job. So if Weisberg is saying that, I believe it. So thank you, Weisberg, for making me feel a little bit better, maybe light enough to be able to do another little Kawhi laugh. So Tandy's saying, NFTs is saying, Dapper Sports Twitter Spaces sounds like they are understaffed over there at Dapper. Get to more hiring. I don't know if I gathered that from the Twitter Spaces. But anyhow, here's my take on the Twitter Spaces. We saw Dave get up there. He talked about the importance of limiting supply and yada yada, and I think that UFC did that as well. Janie went up there, and I think she did actually comment a little bit about supply, but the main messaging that came from Janie seemed to be this focus on player relationships. So I think that many of us were probably hoping that she'd say something more, maybe a little more detailed on the importance of supply and for the S4 roadmap. But I think we just have to wait a week or longer, or however much longer this is going to take. And we'll get those details in the S4 roadmap. And I'm very much hopeful that we're going to see some use of all these moments on the platform, millions and millions of moments on the platform that are just kind of sitting there as trade tickets. So dang it, let us use them as trade tickets. Let us use those millions and millions and billions and millions trade tickets, packs, loot packs at that, or these locker room pack style packs, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to get a bunch of the supply off the platform, I think, as the way it currently works. Although I'd love to be able to trade tickets and other items for other things, like a flow back would be great if it's even possible, or raffle tickets or something of that nature to try to get other things, or to buy League Pass, or to buy NBA 2K, or to buy whatever else they can come up with, merch, what else? A Zoom call with Ime Udoka, whatever the case may be, something that we can use all these massive amounts of moments that we purchased that just, it's very difficult to continue propping these things up. And they're only being propped up now because people are hoping that there's some use for them. And right now that use is those locker room packs, for example. Malik is the UFC GM. Yes, I actually heard him on the First Mint a while ago. I just forgot his name. Noam wants to work for Dapper. Weisberg says it's weird that Janie didn't bring up anything about the run it back drop in their own Twitter space. That is true. That was like an easy layup to just advertise what you guys are about to release. But I think that, and also this whole NFT day thing, I think part of the issue is right now, it kind of feels like we are who we are in terms of our community. Like, you're seeing the numbers every week of how many people join NBA Top Shot, let's say, as just an example. And it's like 30 people, 50 people. Like, we are who we are right now. Like, the run it back drop, it's sold out. And that actually surprised me a little bit. I wonder if it would have sold out, at least the archive drop, the common drop, if people couldn't go back and buy 7 packs, maybe it wouldn't have sold out. But yeah, I don't know. I think, like, if she had advertised it in that Dapper Spaces or not, I think the same people that were buying the packs were in that Spaces. And the same people went and bought the packs. I don't think there were a bunch of new blood in those spaces. There's not a bunch of new blood that doesn't know about Top Shot that's in an NBA Top Shot Twitter space or paying much attention to a Top Shot giveaway on Twitter. And I think that's part of maybe even part of the frustration of marketing for anyone who's paying attention about marketing. If it's on our side, if it's on the Dapper side, it's not easy to get new people into this space. So I'm very curious how these millions are going to be spent. So Poker Pro thinks she knew it would be a bust, but it wasn't a bust. It's sold out. Trade tickets for ballers. Yeah, why not? 1 year Ring doorbell subscription for free. I like that. 1 year sub to Tandyman for free. Well, currently it's free to listen to me. One day I'll put like a couple bucks in there. You guys will use that money to do giveaways or something. What did I buy to celebrate NFT Day? I think I bought like a $2 2021 archive moment. Did I buy a doodle or a cat or maybe a worm? No, I didn't, but I do own multiple cats. Noam says, no way would that pack sell out if you could only buy one pack. Tandy NFT is saying, is any part of the NFT world pumping right now? Good point, Tandy. We are who we are. Focus on rewarding the current collectors during this time of slower community growth. And I think that's what they're trying to do with like the leaderboard stuff and the captains program. They're trying to reward current collectors in that way. I just think that the connection of what happens when you release new packs to the market cap is definitely that's a tricky one. And it's definitely hard to figure out too when you consider there are investors and partners in this whole equation. Noam knows people who got 18 packs. So Poker Pro, for that reason, is saying it didn't really sell out. So Priority Q didn't sell out. Q2 didn't sell out. So I don't know if because certain Priority Qs didn't sell out, if that is a fair way to say that didn't sell out. But I would say, Poker Pro, Eric, that if certain Qs struggled out the gates, that should be an indicator to them. I can't answer that question, though. Like, I'm not at Dapper. I don't know how important it is to me if it didn't sell out on a certain priority queue, but then it's still sold out. Like, do I care, or do I care more that it's still sold out? And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. I don't know. So we talked Dapper Spaces. We talked mobile app. We talked pack ROI and the effect of calculating these little edges on the rest of our moments. We talked the run it back drops. We talked Ime Udoka and that lady's husband waiting for his skincare cream and instead eavesdropping on his wife having a relationship with the Celtics head coach. And of course, we talked about the Kawhi Leonard laugh anniversary, which I would argue is the most important topic of today's show. Is there anything else here, though, that we can talk about from that Joey chat? Because I feel like that was a very important chat. He talked about cash flow inflows versus cash flow outflows. And one thing he talked about was, could an ombudsman, an objective decision maker, could that be something that Dapper would consider? My gut at the moment tells me no. The other thing that I was wondering personally is, could Dapper not forego revenue for like a solid year or more, the way that some of these other startups do, and be loss leaders and bring on a bunch of new people this way and just make it the cushiest, most wonderful place in the world for all of their current collectors? Or are they not able to do that because of the partners and investors and the revenue models that they've created and that they have to meet because of the VC? From what we're seeing, it kind of seems like the latter. But anyhow, that's what I have to say at this point. Let me just go through these comments real quick, and we'll see what else we got here. We the People is late. What kind of poor trading decisions were made so far? Nothing on Sarver. I think we've heard of, like, Poker Pro doesn't want to hear anything about Sarver. I mean, I'm definitely more focused in on Udoka because I'm Celtics, but yeah, Sarver is obviously a piece of crap. Poker Pro will donate moments to not listen to people talk about Sarver. Weisberg says that report has not been confirmed. Well, whether or not that, and we don't even actually know who the lady is, even though everyone on Twitter is trying to figure it out. And Weisberg is telling me he wouldn't be repeating that one publicly. So yes, this is not confirmed information. Everything on this show is not financial advice, nor is it truth. This is pure entertainment, and not very good entertainment at that. Am I right? That's for you, Iguana something or other, my favorite YouTube troll. So yeah, whether or not the guy high up saw it on the ring or whatever, I think what is true is that apparently, what is true is that it's a pretty lengthy suspension, a 1-year suspension. The people on the Celtics higher up, they were very confident in getting basically axing him in effect. And I don't think that happens unless this is something pretty serious involving some people that have some pull in the organization. I think we can probably presume that, but it's true. We don't know this for sure. Noam wants to bring up a point that he feels is really important. It feels like there's a lot of focus on how much they are cutting supply in S4, but there is no focus on the roadmap and on burning. So Noam, I think that part of the idea here is that by saying they are cutting supply, they imply that some of this has to do with burning and locking and such. They have mentioned that in the past. So ideally, we do see a lot of that on the roadmap. I mean, I hope the roadmap isn't going to just be like, look, less commons. All right, go have fun, because that might be what it is at first. And so when some people are saying how much they want to see a roadmap, that's the only thing I push back on a little bit, which is like, what exactly are you hoping to see? Are you just hoping to see lower circulations? Are you just hoping to see less sets? So you're just hoping to see less new supply in the roadmap? Is that what you're looking for? I mean, someone like Alexo is looking to collect everything on the platform. So he's looking to see what the price points are going to be and how much of it's going to be out there. But if they're not cutting supply, it's not going to help our bags. It's not going to help the market cap, most likely. And PokerPro saying they're not really cutting supply. The NBA contract makes that difficult. So that was what I was implying to when I was wondering if they could ever become loss leaders for some period of time. And my gut does tell me no, again. But then there's something that needs to be done. If they have to release new stuff, then how do they somehow meet revenue without overflowing their community with packs? And that's where I really hope there's other avenues, things like sponsored packs, sponsored content during pack drops, other partnerships like we saw with Ticketmaster and Budweiser. If there's other ways that they can make millions of dollars, that's not just on throwing more supply on their user base, we have to get there somehow. If we don't get there, I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to say. We have to get there somehow. We the people is getting PTSD from just mentioning Joey Depressed 2. It's actually Joey Depressed 4. Let's see what else. Walking Tourist in 4K is asking, is their contract dictating the supply and the revenues? We don't know for sure. We're just assuming here. And PokerPro saying to Noam that there's a massive focus on roadmap and also on burning. We the people saying S4 should be focused on burning all the trash of existing moments. I'm out completely on Top Shot until I see progress. I'll stick to all day. But you may have missed it, we the people, but all day is also on a bit of a downward trajectory at the moment. So similar to Top Shot, all day UFC, we're seeing some downward action at the moment. Perfect Serial saying, in my opinion, unique moment count is more dangerous than mint count. Interesting. So if it's unique moment count, but it's less total supply, you think that's more dangerous? Because I actually thought the way they did the Magic Johnson anthology thing was actually really cool. It was clever. It was different. And I'm less mad at a few Magic Johnson moments numbered to double digits or whatever than a new Magic Johnson moment numbered to 30,000 and everyone can get one. Like the Dwayne Wade moment that was numbered to what? 200,000? Something like that. So, but hey, you're allowed to have your opinion there. Poker Pro saying the Jay Crowder fresh threads moment. Noam is saying, my point from earlier that it's way more important to get numbers on how many millions of moments we can burn. It's not important if we have an 8K mint count or 12K if we don't burn way more than minted. I agree with you, Noam. That's the point I'm also trying to make here. I think the question remains, how do you meet revenue if that is the main driver here? How do you meet revenue and have negative supply? Or just focus way more on burning everything? How do you meet revenue? They don't make any money when we burn. Let's see what else. Google ads on Top Shot site. I don't mind that, honestly. Whatever can make us revenue that doesn't have to come from our Dapper wallets. I don't mind any of those ideas. I don't mind Google ads on the Top Shot site. Cialis ads on the Top Shot site. I don't mind it. We the people, I don't see the downtrend as long as I'm collecting profit. Well, that's for you personally. If you're collecting profit each week, sure. Keep on nailing those edges, grinding those profits. But I'm just telling you in total the market cap. So maybe that's more on the rares and the legendaries that are affecting that. But I'm just letting you know on total. One of one cards, he says, I will be surprised if we hit 2 million burned in S4 via burning. Way more will be removed by tickets for packs. Okay, well, whether it's tickets for packs or whether it's burning, whatever you want to call it, if we can remove millions of moments, that is going to create interest and trust again. This is why there is this battle between meeting revenue, in my opinion. And I'd love to be corrected by somebody on Top Shot, on Dapper. I would love that. Open invitation. But there seems to be this battle between hitting revenue and appeasing the collectors and burning moments off the platform, etc. There seems to be some struggle there. And if we want the existing collectors to have hope and trust and confidence in this platform, we have to somehow move the needle more in that direction. And as cool as this new run it back drop was to see these Hall of Famers on the platform, there was at the same time that feeling that this was saturating to whatever amount more, taking 2 million out of the Dapper wallets. Like that part of it is undeniable. Like you can celebrate the fact that they got all these players on the platform, the fact that you can now own a Karl Malone, a Hakeem Olajuwon, a Dominique Wilkins and Isaiah Thomas, and those are grails that should hold value if Top Shot is to succeed. And those are grails that a lot of people probably want to own. But we need the other side too. We need existing collectors feeling heard, feeling like the oversupply is being addressed. Alexa wants number of ads depending on net spend. Is it going to be like those YouTube ads where you watch 12 ads before watching your moment? That will be, I don't know. But if we have ads during a live stream for a pack, I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. So guys, we're just above an hour. We're at an hour and 5 minutes. I'll be honest, I'm a little under the weather. I caught like a sore throat from my kid. So I'm not trying to go 2 hours tonight. But if there's any other questions you have or comments you want to make, now is your chance. And then I'll try to cut it probably within the next 10 minutes or less. So if you want to leave some comments, we'll go through them right now. Noam is saying if they released a statement, for example, on every pack drop of 100K moments, we will burn 150K moments prior to the drop. I know it's easier said than done, but that's why they have an entire team. I agree with you, Noam. I'm not sure what the issue would be with that. I mean, in theory, if they were to burn the moments, are you saying that you're using your burn moments to get those 100K moments? Because if that's the case, then again, if there is this revenue issue, they're not hitting the revenue. So there's that other variable that we have to know. If that's the main issue, then that makes this idea a little bit difficult. Poker Pro says, I'm not a rich man, but I don't need or want to make money on Top Shot. I just want a moment that is valuable and treasured. Okay, Poker Pro. So buy your grail and just hold on to it. Alexo saying, quack. Noam is saying, and that's how they make revenue, by burning more than released. Well, hold on now. How are they making revenue by burning? I'm not following that logic, Noam. Help me out there. Because if they're burning, then you're using money that they've already made to buy new packs. So how are they making more money? PokerPro saying high mint counts kill the excitement of opening a nice moment, so no one wants mine because there are thousands already for sale. I'm sad. So I think you're referring to the Sabonis Fresh Threads moment. I agree with you, PokerPro. That is a serious problem on the platform. Is that the excitement of opening a pack was like nothing else when we all joined the platform. I can't say when because I know that irritates you, PokerPro Eric. I can't say when I joined the platform or when you join the platform. But I can insert another Kawhi laugh. But I agree, the excitement, there's not the same excitement anymore. Weisberg, I've covered the Sarver stuff a bit on Boards 2 Buckets, but the Suns sale will be a monster sale. Expect somewhere between 3 and 4 billion bare minimum. All right, well, there's your Sarver update from Weisberg. So I'm sorry. I think it was PokerPro who said he would give up a moment to not hear us talk about Sarver. Packdrip says market activity. So are you talking about the burning Packdrip? Noam's comment? I mean, the market activity gets them the 5%. I looked into this in January of 2020. So that was a pretty, 2021. That was a pretty active month. January of 2021. The 5% of the market activity was $2 million. And they just made $2 million on that run it back week. So you can see what's easier. The easier path to making $2 million currently is selling packs. I would love it if it wasn't, but that's what it is right now. Matthew, for the next rare drop, why not do something like first 1,000 people to burn 10 moments get on an allow list? Sure, I don't hate it. I don't see anything wrong with that. If you want to do something like that, why not? I mean, some people might be a little irritated that they have to get rid of stuff just to buy stuff. I think the idea is that if you burn stuff, that gets you the thing and doesn't just get you the allow list. But I can see that being an idea. Noam says, I mean, if they are burning a ton of moments when they release new packs, people are not pissed off. Okay, I agree with you there, Noam. I agree with you there. We do need tons of burning. I'm not disagreeing at all on that. Weisberg says, add in the expansion teams that are expected in the new TV deal, and there will be a large amount of cash coming into the NBA. Okay, you're talking about just the macro NBA economy. Fair enough, Weisberg. Fair enough. Alex, Top Shot has made us all economists. I agree. I feel like I understand supply and demand better than I ever did in any economics course in college. Trump is buying the Suns. PokerPro says, no, I mean all moments. If you open a rare, whatever, I don't want to sell. I want to feel cool. I want to feel like people will message me wanting it, but mint count is too high. Okay. I will not disagree with you that we could definitely use lower mint counts across the board, PokerPro Eric. I think we definitely could. All right, PokerPro. PokerPro is saying that Top Shot isn't fun for me besides the money. I want to be cool, but Top Shot makes my moments not cool. Perfect Cereal. Another question that sucks. Okay, here we go. We're getting ready for a question that sucks. If packs always sell out, why should they do any of this stuff? You see, that is a great question, Perfect Cereal. And at the end of the day, if I'm Dapper, I hear that loud and clear. People buy our stuff. So what's the problem here? Just because even if you call it 1,000 people, right? Like on my Janie video, I think I had a little over 1,000 views. If you have 1,000 people that are irritated about a pack, but they're still selling the packs out, then that 1,000 people might be a very small amount of people in the grand scheme of things. And I'm sure if you ask people on the Dapper side about number of users buying packs, it's more than 1,000 people. So we might be the vocal ones, and it's in their best interests to appease their most Stanish collectors, right? But if packs always sell out, like that's first and foremost. They can just keep selling out packs. So it is a good question. I think in that sense, Janie does seem to be someone who listens closely to the community. I mean, she talked about that in the Dapper Spaces. She talked about that in between telling us her dog was named Kobe Bryant. She did tell us that all she does is think about collectors and this kind of thing. So, I mean, S4 is really going to be the series where the rubber meets the road, because we have heard over and over again that this is something that Janie, the GM, is considering. So let's see it. Poker Pro thinks none of that NBA money is coming to Top Shot. Poker Pro thinks that people own gold apes are cool. People message them all the time. Rare stuff needs to be rare. Listen, Poker Pro, there was a time when rare Top Shot stuff was on the same level as gold apes. I don't know how to get back there exactly, because Bored Apes are obviously a limited amount NFT and Top Shot keeps growing, but let's see. Question that sucks big league. Why the F are we still in beta? Well, Tandy NFTs, we know why we're still in beta. We're still in beta because we're not going to be out of beta until there is a working mobile app. So at the very earliest to be out of beta is going to be Christmas. No earlier than that. Poker Pro says, so if they only want to sell out the packs now, that means Top Shot is a slow rug pull, stealing all our money now and knowing they will die soon as a company. This is a little pessimistic. First of all, Top Shot's not stealing our money. If you go and you buy moments or you buy packs, that is a decision that you have made as an adult male or female. I wouldn't say that they're stealing our money. On the other hand, do they know that they will die soon as a company? I mean, like, I can't imagine that they would have that idea whatsoever. I would think that's a very pessimistic view. Yeah, I just can't imagine that. I just can't. So it's one thing to talk about supply and pack sellouts and how to reward existing users. And I do think they're trying. They just need to bump that up a whole lot in S4 and get rid of a whole lot of supply. Noam is saying selling out on packs is not enough. Tell me how much revenue and active users they had 12 months ago and how much now. You will see it isn't relevant. But is it not relevant? They make way less today. So yes, they make way less on the marketplace. But this is all data that we don't have, which is like investors and partners and how much money those investors and partners are expecting. And what are the key metrics? We don't know if the metrics to them are that a pack sold out, or if that how many active users are in the marketplace. We just don't know. And that's information that's private to them, and they don't necessarily need to share that with us. We're not investors. PokerPro says that selling out packs is easy. The product appeals to the degens of the world who think they're going to get rich when they won't. Yeah, PokerPro, we can't get out of beta until 2023. But if their only goal is selling out packs, then they know the end result. 100 million moments means it's over. Noam says they make way less money today than they did 12 months ago. So I don't disagree with any of what you guys are saying in terms of they are selling out packs. What does that mean exactly for them? That's the thing we don't know. We don't know what it means for them in terms of investor confidence or hitting revenue metrics or anything like that. In terms of like, oh, they're just trying to sell out as much as they can now because they won't be able to in the future. I just can't imagine that. I mean, you can argue based on how well or poorly they've managed the market, but I don't think you can really argue that this is their attempt to get in and get out. I just don't think that's the case. I mean, with a major partner like the NBA, you would think the longer they can keep this relationship healthy, the better. So that's why I just struggle with that one. But anyhow, listen, we had our economy chat tonight. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Hopefully that was a little bit less of a buzzkill, a little less of a kick to the nuts than last week, even though I thought last week's interview was a must listen. But yeah, I mean, Poker Pro's telling us about the 5% that a year ago they had 5% on moments that were worth 1,000, and now those same moments are worth 90. So yeah, of course they're making less. Of course they're making less. We don't know what those conversations are though with the partners and the VCs. When Tandy Poker Tournament? I don't know. Let's do it. I was actually messaging Chewy today saying I'd love to be part of the next one. Thank you for your shows. Thank you for being an active participant on the shows, Noam. I appreciate you. And poker, yeah, maybe we'll do poker one day, right? Everyone else does poker. We should do poker. I got to figure a few things out. If we do like if we can figure out some way, maybe we make a small subscription fee to this channel and we use that money and we do a poker tournament or something. That might be fun. Or if Top Shot just throws me some money to give a poker tournament, that would be fun too. Tandy NFTs. Tandy, because you are a goat, run a duck race and I'll send a winner a LeBron S3. Okay. Let's do it. So hold on. Poker Pro is saying, I do know the conversations. Janie told me so much more than I've typed here. Some are exciting, some are not. Well, let's just hope that the important stuff is on the exciting side. All right. Well, why not? Let's do a duck race. Tandy NFT is going to donate a LeBron S3. I got to get that Nightbot thing working. But throw your quacks in the chat. Throw your quacks in the chat. We'll get a banner going on here. Quack in the chat. Get your quacks in the chat. And let's see if we can get this to work. Quack in the chat. Quack in the chat. So Noam thinks that Top Shot to invest more in creators like myself, TST, Team Hold. I hope they do too. I mean, I think we'll see that in Series 4 actually. A little birdie told me that this is something they do want to do more of in S4, to coordinate a little more with the creators. So let's see if this is working. We have 10 ducks. We have 26 live at the moment and 10 ducks. So keep on quacking in there. Let's see if these names are not all coming in. Come on now. All right, there's that one. There's that one. Give it a couple more seconds. Let's run a couple more videos. How about this one?
We're waiting.
Alrighty. We're just about there. We're just about there. Let's see what we got. We got 12 ducks. I think that's enough. We the People is asking for shit. We had a lot of good shit videos tonight, actually, We the People, but I'll play one again just for you. All right, we're collecting our names and we're putting them into the duck race. Here we go. There they are. Let's set it up. Let's share that duck race so we can all enjoy a little duck race. Call it a day. The lizard is Stan Love's spirit animal. What else we got here? Got some more quacking. Oh, you guys always do this, I swear. I swear. As soon as the race is ready, we literally get 2 more ducks. So I can't do that to you. I got to put those ducks in. All right. They're there. 14 ducks. I think that's fine. You guys have a good chance. This is for the LeBron James 60K. You want it. I want it. We all want it. Poker Pro, can we get Trump to tell us what was in the files? I mean, that's asking a lot. I don't know. Should we ask him nicely? Mr. Trump, sir, would you tell us what was in those files? Would you come out here and tell us what was in those files? Poker Pro Eric, wouldn't you like to know? Poker Pro, I know you're a good man and you're a close friend of mine, but no can do, buckaroo. All right. Sorry, but he can't. Airplane mode, are you new here? You are, aren't you? Oh, geez. All right, gotta select those ducks one more time. Here we go. All right, that's it. 15 ducks. We're gonna run it now. This is for the LeBron James 60K. On your mark, get set. Here goes them Ducks. Who's in front here? We got Lloyd McGavin keeping it safe, not spreading his COVID to anyone else in the group. But he's got the lead right now. So that but he doesn't. But he gets rugged. And Jericho's got his little pirate arm. And Budavane, the naked duck, of course, is taking a nice little lead there. Budavane's back of his duck area is right in Jericho's face. Is that going to slow down Jericho? I don't know. But Snooze Fighting is a man of love, and he is taking the lead currently, it looks like. But he's got Noam the naked duck, Budavane the naked duck. And right now, Right Mao is taking the lead with his Zorro outfit. It looks like it's Right Mao. So there's 10 seconds roughly to go. Is anyone going to turn on the afterburners? Stan Loves looks to be making a... What? It's Lloyd McGavin. He's back with the COVID mask. And Lloyd McGavin takes home the LeBron James 60K. That is impressive. Lloyd McGavin, I don't think I've ever seen a duck winning in the beginning, then coughing it up, then winning at the end. So there's a first time for everything. Congratulations, Lloyd McGavin. And that's true. Where is our good friend Louis Locks? Tandy Trump loves Louis Locks. So here we go. Lloyd McGavin. Where are you? Lloyd McGavin. Alexa wasn't third. But Lloyd McGavin, we need your Top Shot name, buddy. So please put it in there. Where is he? Lloyd McGavin. Hold on. Tandy NFTs. You know his Top Shot name? Did he put that in there and I somehow missed it? Hold on. Now I gotta look. Did I miss it? I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Card Dude. Okay. Of course, Lloyd McGavin loves playing poker. It's a rule in this community that you have to love poker and top golf. But anyhow, Lloyd, enjoy your LeBron James 60K. I hope it pumps to the moon. I hope it does. And I think that's it, guys. Look, I enjoyed talking with you. I am a little tired. I am a little sick. But thank you for hanging with me. I hope we could enjoy ourselves today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sundays. I hope your NFL teams win. And I hope you, have a good week. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Maybe we'll get a roadmap. Maybe we'll get some flow for the plebs. We shall see. But until then, this has been Tandy Time. You have been a wonderful audience. And we shall talk again soon.
Static Selector.